What really happened in that moment when the cameras caught Cybill Shepherd in an outfit she never expected the world to analyze frame by frame? Was it truly a scandal, or just another example of how quickly a single image can be stretched into something far bigger than reality? Before you decide, you need to see the story behind the flashbulbs, because what unfolded wasn't just about clothing, it was about control, perception, and the price of being constantly visible. When you hear the name Cybill Shepherd, you probably think of elegance, confidence, and a career that stretched across decades in Hollywood. From breakout fame in the 1970s to her sharp, charismatic roles in television and film, she built an image of someone who owned every room she walked into. But even someone that composed can find themselves at the center of a storm they never asked for. This particular moment didn't begin as controversy. It began like so many celebrity appearances do: cameras, lights, and an event where every detail is magnified. Shepherd was simply present, navigating the attention that comes with fame. But Hollywood has a strange way of freezing time in the most unflattering ways. A single angle, a single snapshot, and suddenly a normal outfit becomes a global talking point. What the public didn't see was how quickly the narrative spun out of control. One photograph circulated, then another, each repeated without context. The focus shifted away from who she was and what she represented, and instead locked onto something far more superficial. Have you ever noticed how quickly people stop asking questions once they think they've seen the whole story? Behind the scenes, Shepherd was already navigating the exhausting rhythm of celebrity life. Long hours, constant expectations, and the unspoken rule that once you step into fame, privacy becomes negotiable. But does anyone ever really prepare you for that? For the moment when your image is no longer yours? The emotional conflict here runs deeper than the headlines suggested. It wasn't about shock value. It was about how easily women in the spotlight are reduced to fragments of appearance rather than recognized for their craft, intelligence, or resilience. And in that distortion, something important gets lost: the human being behind the image. As the story spread, reactions multiplied. Some exaggerated, some misunderstood, others simply consumed it without question. And that is where the emotional weight settles in. Because once perception takes over, truth struggles to catch up. But here's what often gets overlooked in stories like this: Cybill Shepherd didn't vanish into that narrative. She continued working, evolving, and shaping a career that outlasted fleeting controversies. She showed resilience in a world that often tries to define women by their most uncomfortable moments instead of their entire journey. And maybe that's the real lesson hidden beneath the noise. How quickly judgment forms, how easily context disappears, and how important it is to look again, more carefully, before accepting a story at face value. So when you hear about moments like this, ask yourself something simple but powerful. Are you seeing a person, or just a picture that someone else has already interpreted for you? Because in the end, fame doesn't just reveal celebrities. It reveals us too.